Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all my members, Invictus, Scott, Interceptor, Richardson, Rupert, Danny Cage, and Becupt. Thank you all the patrons, all the members, and let's get into it guys. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the 4th generation. We had the dev server this week, and we will probably see the patch coming next week. So what is the objective of the video? Is to talk about the 4th gen aircraft in a general sense, especially in the energy department, okay? These aircraft, as I did a video yesterday talking about acceleration, you can see that these engines are normally turbofans and they're very powerful, like really powerful, which makes kind of a different thing happen to the gameplay. Something that not a lot of people are even considering it. And doing some dogfights and flying them, I actually noticed this being a very large part of the way that you need to learn how to fly them. Of course, you will have the weapon systems that will make it a little bit better to fly it, and just overall, it will be a very easy aircraft to use the weapon systems, both the MiG-29, the F-16, and more that will come in the future. But there is one little thing that will have kind of a learning curve to it, and it's the energy management. These aircraft are so powerful that we had that kind of situation happens kinda in certain aircrafts, but not really, but you will need to take it slowly. What I mean about that is that you will need to just lower your power a lot of the times. These aircraft are so powerful that without you even realizing it, you are Mach 1.1, 1.5, 1.2, flying very low. You're going to get very quickly, the acceleration itself, you're going to get to higher speeds very quickly, right? And once you do that, you will not be able to turn as good as in the basically best envelope speed that you can get. So for example, the F-16, all aircraft have this, but the F-16, for example, I noticed that it does turn well like at 900 kilometers per hour, for example, but where it really turns like well, it's around the 600 mark kilometers per hour, right? And if you don't manage to actually maintain that, and why would that be difficult? Well, because it is very easy to go past that, even trying to do a very aggressive dogfight sometimes. So you will really need to control your speed. Your air brake and your power will be your best friend to actually control a dogfight. And you basically didn't see that before, right? In 3rd generation aircraft, normally, or even before that, especially in like props and stuff, but in early jets as well, in 60s jets, 50 jets, all the jets until this point, you have not that much power. You have power and you have powerful aircraft like the MLD, like even the F-14 can be considered a very powerful aircraft in the sense of thrust, and many others that we already have in game. But we never saw this level of performance in the engine department. So normally in a dogfight, you would just put your aircraft in the max power position in the web, right? And just try to kill everybody and just try to like do dogfights and stuff. You would only normally use the air brakes or losing speed basically for overshoots or to not break your wings or something like that. Beyond that, normally you would just fire the engines and be quick, right? As long as you can. And with the power outputs that we are getting with this aircraft, and it will increase that as like long as we are being, we have more aircraft being added that are more modern, right? For example, if we have the C Block 30 of the F-16, for example, you will have basically 30% more power. The later versions of the MiG-29 as well, the Su-27s, all the aircraft will have more and more power. So the more we go into the future, this will be kind of a problem a bigger problem, you know, the more we go into the future. And it's something that people are not considering, because if you just put your output there and click the weapon, just try to turn with them, with the targets, and the other guy is actually using its energy properly, you will end up dying a lot for them. I actually did some dogfights with a friend with MiG-29, and I was actually complaining about how the MiG-29 felt like a bus compared to the F-16. But it's just that my friend was actually putting his aircraft, his F-16, in the envelope, the correct envelope, more quickly than me, right? So he was turning better. If you see the stats in the continuous and instantaneous turns of the files of the game, the MiG-29 apparently has more degrees per second, but it's still kind of weird. It is doing around 20 degrees, which is kind of low, to be honest, but still 20, 21, 22. I mean, I don't know about the F-16, but the MiG-29 should be like picking up numbers like 26 degrees, 27 degrees per second. So yeah, I don't know if it's the per second of the AO or the AOA, I don't remember now, but still it's a little bit lower than I think it should be, but still it's something that we already can see that it is very powerful, right? And the management will be the deciding factor between the F-16 and the MiG-29. As you saw yesterday on the speed video, if you haven't seen it, take a look on that, but you saw that the F-16 can accelerate a little bit faster, but the MiG-29 will have a lot more power and a lot more aerodynamics to actually be faster than the F-16. So, for example, for the MiG-29, it will be a little bit harder even to manage these speeds if you are used to the aircraft that we are right now, right? Because you have like an extra power that you normally wouldn't have, right, in these aircrafts compared to an MLD or something like that. So energy management will play a big role, You will need to slow your aircraft down until you reach the maximum amount of turn in a particular speed gap there below the 1000s. And once you are there, you will need to input your power in a sense that it is continuing to actually keeping that like gap of speed, right? If you don't do that, you will lose a lot of dogfights. Maybe not every time, because not a lot of people will be thinking about this, at least not at first. And a lot of people will just put the power down and will just try to do whatever they can to just be fast, right? Because it's the way of flying aircraft right now in War Thunder. So I think it will be kind of a learning curve, and we will have kind of an adapting period, right? Of people just learning how powerful these aircraft are. And yeah, you can say you can see that on, like I said on yesterday's video about the speed tests, that the aircraft, like the new aircraft, can be 30 seconds faster. I mean, half the time faster to get from 0 kilometers per hour to Mach 1. So it's a difference in acceleration that we never saw in War Thunder. These aircraft are really powerful, and yeah, not only they have better radars and stuff. Of course, the F-16 has still the APG-66, but still, it is a powerful radar nonetheless. And yeah, the MiG-29 has an amazing radar. Once we get the Tornado ADV, it will be amazing radar. You have, the more we go into the future, the more we will have better missiles, right, and other stuff. So yeah, it's going to be difficult, not only because you need to learn radar modes, not only because you need to learn how to use the missiles properly. You can just not fire the missiles whatever you want on all aspects side of things and just shoot down everybody. You will miss a lot of shots if you do that. So there will be kind of smaller learning curves in every system and every type of gameplay that you fly in these aircraft. But one of them, as I said, that most people are not caring about too much is the energy management. But on the contrary, on what we normally had until now. So this is kind of a game changer in my opinion. We will have to know and wait to know actually to the live server. But still, it's something very crazy that it will change a lot. But yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you think that energy management will be a bigger role than it was right now, until right now, right, in the 4th generation aircraft. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 15K, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.